live with their parents, into their 20s or even later. Thus, adolescence in the West is often defined as beginning at puberty, now roughly around age 11 or 12, and ending at some point between the late teens and mid-20s. In other cultures, things are very different, and children are expected to become financially and socially independent as soon as they reach puberty. In some of these cultures, adolescence isn't seen as a period of development, and there's no word for it. Indeed, people often ask whether the concept of adolescence is a recent Western invention. But it isn't. There are three main reasons why we can confidently say that adolescence is an important, distinct biological period of development in its own right, in all cultures. First, you can see behaviours that we typically associate with adolescence, such as risk-taking, self-consciousness and peer influence, in many different human cultures, not just those in the West. A study led by Lawrence Steinberg from Temple University in Pennsylvania and involving scientists from around the world investigated sensation-seeking and self-regulation in more than 5,000 young people from 11 different countries: China, Colombia, Cyprus, India, Italy, Jordan, Kenya, the Philippines, Sweden, Thailand, and the United States. Participants aged between 10 and 30 years completed a number of experimental tasks and filled in questionnaires. 2 tasks were combined with the questionnaire to provide a measure of sensation-seeking, the desire to seek out novel experiences, which often involves risk-taking. A measure of self-regulation was also taken, that is, the ability to control yourself and make decisions. Not all cultures showed identical developmental trajectories, but there was remarkable similarity across them. Sensation-seeking increased between age 10 and the late teens, peaking at age 19, and then fell again during the 20s. In contrast, self-regulation increased steadily between 10 and the mid-20s, after which it levelled out. So, while societal expectations differ between cultures, adolescent typical behaviours can be seen across cultures. The second reason why we can consider adolescence a unique period of biological development is that there is also evidence of adolescent typical behaviour in non-human animals. All mammals undergo a period of development between puberty and becoming fully sexually mature that we can think of as adolescence. There's a lot of research on this period in mice and rats, which are adolescent for about 30 days. Research has shown that during the month or so of adolescence, these animals take more risks and are more inclined to seek out novel environments than either before puberty or in adulthood. A study published in 2014, carried out by Steinberg and his colleagues, showed that if given access to alcohol, adolescent mice drank more of it when they are with other adolescent mice. This isn't the case for adult mice. A graph showing that adolescent mice spend more time drinking alcohol when with their cage mates than when alone, whereas adults drink around the same amount when alone and when with other mice. We come across adolescent-like behaviour in animals in all sorts of settings. A newspaper article in August 2016 described an incident in which a woman was attacked by an adolescent wombat. In an interview with The Guardian, Martin Lind from the Australian Wildlife Service had this to say about the creatures. As babies, they're clingy. They're adorable. They're with mum 24 hours a day. They're in a soft, snuggly sleeping bag all the time, listening to her heartbeat. When they start to mature and hit puberty, they just hate everybody and everything. They go from running between your legs and cute as a button to being absolute little, can I swear, little shits. They nip you, they wreck, they bite. I won't look after wombats because you can kiss goodbye to your flooring and everything. They just destroy everything.